Alright, welcome back to the last game today. There's nothing else after this, guys. We'll host IEM or something up really cool, but we got this last match for the 32Boys1Cup tournament. Spawning here in the top left corner of the map. He just tied up the series with the sickest Broodlords you've ever seen. It's going to be Yoey Flash Wolves, Leenock.
The bottom right as the purple Zerg. Ooh. It's MVP's Losira.
And I'm zooming in on okay, so this is, wait, did you say 10? Isn't this 8?
Was it? Okay, maybe it was.
It's like a supply count. I was like, wait a minute, what? Either way, this pool coming out as early as it is, this is anything before a 10 pool is basically like super risky and borderline all in. Anything after a 10 pool is a little bit more economic. You can pair it up with gas a lot easier. It's kind of like the midway point, I suppose. But we'll see how much damage Losira can get done. This build is meant entirely to counter somebody going hatchery first, and Leenock is going flipping hatchery first. Is he going to win the game with this attack? Maybe, but ideally he should at least get the hatchery. He could try and ignore this and go for the drones, but I always feel like when players do that, the drone control's too good, and there's enough drones that they can micro against the lings.
Yeah, the going for the hatchery is almost a guaranteed kill, whereas going for the drones is risky, but could possibly just like actually end the game. Yeah, it's not really the case anymore, and Leenock, he doesn't go for like the greediest pool. I just see the lings though, right?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like the worst path. Like he could have gone around that overlord very easily.
Oh, for Losira, yeah. So Leenock can't really do anything right now. He can at least mentally prepare. I mean, the spawn pool's not going to be done. He can decide right now: do I pull drone, try and save the hatchery, or just cancel it?
Keeping it alive, honestly, is probably the best case scenario, as long as you can at least buy some time for it. But he's actually going to leave a couple of links here and go to the main at the same time. This is kind of cute, because even if you have to micro the drones off the mineral lines, it's still minerals lost. Like, you're not doing direct damage through this, but that's now Leenock mining less minerals than his opponent. That's 2 extra links per minute now, no longer making that round. And the spawning pool, oh, he's going to force him to fight because he has to... He's gonna build the second one.
He's gonna remake one. That's actually,
that's
I don't know about
investment. That's the queen cost right there.
Yeah, exactly. The queen would be coming out. I think he could keep the spawning pool alive and not have to remake it. Oh, he realizes it, but that's 50 minerals down. Yeah,
that's still a big cancel. The natural base does complete, but 10 lings on the way. We'll see if he can hold. I mean, that's a lot of lings coming out here. It's gonna be really risky. Oh, Losira, in the meantime, is not droning up at all, but just taking the hatchery to try and make up the difference. He's taking a decent ling start to this fight, but, man, I don't know. I feel like 1 queen with 6 lings is way better than 10 lings. Regardless of whatever I feel, he's got to actually fight this out.
He still attack the spawning pool every now and then. Yeah, actually, that's what he does. Oh, he's going to get the spawning pool. Yeah,
he's got to be careful, though. Broodlings are really good against slow lings.
Run. The spawning pool's gone. The queens are gone.
He's trying to box him in.
There are enough lings and drones...
I think the spawning pool was a big snipe. It really was. He's going to lose some links for this, but now he can start investing in more, but instead he drones behind it. Definitely behind the workers, definitely behind the hatchery. Losira has a very awkward start to this game, but at the same time, Leenock has to mine another 200 minerals before he can even make a queen. So this might even out, as weird as that is to consider.
Yeah, no more lings, no queen, and no speed, where he was actually trying to get speed ahead of his opponent by a large margin. He had to stop mining gas and... well, there's no spawning pool to even get their upgrade, so... Losira very calmly droned up just a little bit more and then made his lings, and they're going to be pretty perfectly timed, it looks like.
I mean, the queen's going to help a lot, as long as this full surround doesn't go down. Drones being pulled into this are pretty nice. He's actually microing the back a little bit, too. Queen's got to be very careful, but as she gets lower and lower in these lings spawn, I'd say Losira's in a fantastic spot now.
Yeah, that was really great. I was like, okay, maybe that's too many lings, but those lings really did spawn out in perfect time, and it's 17 to 18 drones right now, but the army supply, it ain't getting any bigger than a spawning pool.
Man, it's so weird that the spawning pool is the focal point to what turns this around. Because, like, I mean, Leenock's just taking gas, but it's not like he can... He's not going to be a speed suit, he's not going to have roaches, certainly, and he's definitely not going to have a Bailey nest down. He needs that spawning pool to complete. Now, I don't think this is going to be a timing where Losira's lings are like, oh, you can't build anything still. Like, Leenock will have defense by the time the lings get here. A couple of good drone pulls and some decent micros should hold this off, but this is about as messy as it gets. This isn't even like, this is cool or crisp. This is just straight up messy.
It is. It really is. A couple of drones are going to go down before the lings pop out, and it looks like most of them are popping up from the main, so they have to run away.
Even denying mining off the natural, again, every little bit counts, and Losira certainly shut Leenock's income down quite a bit this game.
32 drones at 24. He's been joining up pretty much non-stop. since these lings were made.
Yeah, let's not forget, with his queen being out so much sooner, he's actually had injects behind this too, something Leenock has been lacking. Not that he's really had the money to take advantage of it, but still.
Well, Leenock has enough to get speed right now. Let's see if he actually dedicates to it. Losira just now getting his own gas really started. The second one on the way as well to kind of make up that difference. I mean, it's 8 minutes and we're still on slow ling, so like gone is the normal timings.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better. In the meantime, I think what I'm wondering is for Losira, like, what's his plans at this point? Does he realize he's in a pretty good spot? I mean, it's not monstrously far ahead. 42 drones over 28 is sick, but all it takes is Leenock to do one sick, like, all-in attack to even up the game or change it around. I mean, 20 drones at this natural base, just, it's so sexy pickings for, like, something like Banelings.
I mean, it looks like Leenock gonna try and go for... No, never mind. He's just gonna go up to roaches, which... those really can't do anything that fast. You know, they're not gonna have speed. You actually just skipped ling speed entirely, so there's no potential kill on the third.
Actually, I don't know, I both skip ling speed for how much lings have been invested in this game.
Right, yeah. I thought for sure Leenock was going to try to, but not the case. He's going to try and drone up and match his opponent's drones. Losira, though, he can get a third right now. He's definitely has enough minerals. Yeah, it's a pesky ling right there.
Well, you know what's probably been my favorite part about all the Zergs we've cast today, Zombie Road? As messy and weird as this is, we haven't had the boring-ass roaches. Even when we had roaches, they were like really interesting roaches mixed with hydras and infestors and other weird things. But no lame games today. No stall-outs of like roach vs roach, 20 minutes doing nothing. Even now, Leenock's still being fairly active. And in fact, he's going to go mute us once again.
Okay, I was wondering, right? I was like, it looks like, but then I saw only 3 gases, so I kind of wanted to retract it. It is going to be Mutas. Mutas and a lot of lings, and he does, in fact, invest in the ling speed, just really a lot later. I'm not sure this is really going to work. I mean, the third is probably going to be, well, maybe not finished, but if it does finish, of course, you can move a Spine Killer down there, and Losira won't really have to worry about ling counterattacks. Or just straight up attacks, I guess.
Yeah.
Of course, on the other hand, Leenock doesn't have to worry about any lings attacking his third, so he knows he can get that up, no problem.
Yeah, it's still just... He's finally getting ling speed, and that's cool and all, but like, we're 11 minutes of the game, we're something close to like almost 60 lings between both players down. In fact, there's been no speed. It's just kind of funny to see, but now that the roaches are coming, this gets a little more hectic. Yes, there are mutos on the way, but it's only about 3 or 4, and it's really not enough to stop roaches outright. These lings actually might be okay if they get that full surround.
This is the one game where Leenock did not have the opportunity to go for those, you know, 5-4 Spine Killers, whatever it was. One is done, another one was on the way, but he sees that Leenock, or Losira's just pushing, or pulling back. But Losira, again, with a lot of Hydras, is he looking to do another Nidus attack? You know, because otherwise, I mean, it seems like Overkill just to defend with the Spore Crawler help.
Yeah. That's strange, but, okay, so he's going to start losing the map control. This time, though, he didn't really have a lot of Overlords extended anyways. I mean, last time was a little bit awkward because, of course, he was losing a bunch on Deadwing, but it's not going to take a lot of Hydras to deal with a small amount of mutas. These lings might get some decent damage here. Pick off a Queen, maybe. Sadly, it's the one that has the transfuses, so use them before you lose them. Transfuses a roach twice.
There you go. Losira is pushing out to attack, though. He has to deal with that, stops a little bit, and then continues the attack. The Banelings isn't done, and that's really what you need to take out the Hydralisk, unless you have like a massive amount of lings, which Leenock does not.
Yeah, there's not even enough Spine Killers here to really add to it. As long as the roaches can soak the hits for the Hydras, he should be pretty good with his attack. This is looking really scary for Leenock. I mean, +1 weapons is complete too for this. This is so scary as he comes into the natural. Like, the third base is left unscathed, sure, but you know what? He can't abandon this because the Spire's right here. He'll get right on top of that. He's got to focus, though. Oh, shoot, the Mutas, not the Zerglings. Okay, there we go. Now the Mutas are starting being focused, but the Roaches aren't really doing a lot. Oh, GG, though. Yeah, I think that was just, he didn't have anything to fight with it. So, sadly, Leenock will be knocked.